Hi, this is Bill with Lead Capture Page Boss. We try to give our subscribers as many features and tools as possible to help you be successful in your marketing, whether you're involved in real estate, credit repair, insurance, you're involved in different marketing of health products or telecommunication services, or perhaps you have a brick and mortar business like a bowling alley or a miniature golf or an ice cream parlor. Whatever kind of client of ours that you are, we're trying to provide multiple tools that will help you widen and improve your marketing efforts. One of those tools is the Ampboy Rotator, and I want to go into what exactly this is for. Now, everybody on our system can get a free account, but paid subscribers get upgraded to the professional version for free. That gives you more rotators, actually an unlimited number of rotators, and then you can do a lot more with that account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and log in here, and I'm going to come down to the rotator, and you'll see that we have some rotators set up. But let's go ahead and go over to a Microsoft Word document that I put together. There are essentially two reasons why you would use a rotator. Number one is you're doing a co-op advertising with a number of other marketers. For example, you might take an ad out in a magazine or a newspaper, and some of that advertising can run $5,000, $10,000. The anticipation would be that it's going to create more leads and prospects than you yourself could actually manage. Now, perhaps you have a call center set up to take these inbound calls, but another thing would be to have a number of other marketers, perhaps on the same kind of a marketing team, whether that's credit repair, insurance, or telecommunications, or whatever the industry is. What you'd be looking to do then is you would each put in or buy a share of that traffic. So what you would do in that case is you would have one rotator set up, and then you would add all of the people that are going to be on that rotator to it. And this is the link that you would advertise on the internet or in a magazine. And what happens is when people click on that link, it rotates through the names on the list. So first click would go to billwynn.com, second click would go to Jack Frost, third click would go to Charlie Brown, fourth click back to Bill Wynn, and it rotates through those names so it is an even distribution of the prospects. That is one scenario, and it is very common used in sales and marketing teams when they co-op an advertisement together. The second purpose is just for your own use. Say, for example, you have a blog or a website, and perhaps it's a nutritional store, and the ads that you're putting out on the internet, you're not really sure where to drive that traffic. Should you drive them to a product for headaches, or should you drive them to a product for arthritis, or should you drive them to a product for high blood pressure? You're not really sure. And so one thing you can do is you can actually take a rotator and then put different links to different products in your store. So you could put, this would be a page to arthritis, a page to headaches, a page to insomnia, a page to fatigue. So as that banner is out on the internet and people click on it, they rotate through different pages of your website. This can be very helpful also to give you a distribution of exposure, which is something that Google likes as a search engine and would give you a higher rank in the search engine results. So that's one way to use it for yourself. The second way is, say you have multiple blogs or multiple opportunities or products that you're promoting. For example, if you are in the internet marketing niche, perhaps you have a video maker or a YouTube series or a Facebook series, different tools that help people learn how to market better. And you're not sure exactly which one you should promote. So again, the same scenario, you could put the Facebook marketing tool here, the YouTube marketing tool here, a Twitter marketing tool here, perhaps an email marketing tool here. So as people click, they see different tools to give exposure. And then assuming that you have the ability to track, you could put your tracking code on the end of these, and then you would know that based on the location of this link on your blog, say if it was on the right hand column at the top, you would be able to then track which product performs better in that spot on your blog. Now I'm going into some of the finer points of analytics, and that's not necessary, but the general thing is to get a more broad exposure using one link. So one of those two scenarios is what's going to fit you better. Let's go back to the Ampboy Rotator and see how we create the rotator and then add those links. Here we are in the Rotator section, and what we simply do is click Create a new rotator. What we have now is Rotator ID 187, and now we're going to go ahead and add to that rotator. So let's say I want to add my personal site. I'm not going to limit the number of hits that it can receive, and I want to add it to Rotator 187 and now add the URL. You'll see here that Rotator 187 now has this link here. Let's go ahead and add Charlie Brown. We're not going to limit the hits to Charlie Brown, and we're going to add it to 187. Now you see Charlie Brown there as well. Now say for example we have a member who really doesn't want to put very much money into the advertisement, but they would like to either get traffic, or we feel like we'd like to at least give them some traffic. So we're going to put in Scrooge and we're going to add him to the rotator, but what we're going to do is we're going to limit the number of hits that he is able to receive, and we're going to say we're going to give him 150 visits to his site. Okay, so what will happen is Scrooge is only going to get 150 before he drops out, or before he no longer receives any traffic from that link, at which point the rotator would then skip over him. And so you can see how you can add people that are marketing as a co-op to a rotator, and it simply rotates through them. Now this is the same exact principle with the other one. Let's go ahead and use a rotator that we already have set up. Let's use 37. And then let's say here on 37 we want to advertise the Ampboy Rotator. And we're going to add it to 37. So that's, say, an affiliate link of mine to promote it. Then we're going to go ahead and add, how about lead capture page boss. We're not going to limit it, and we're going to add it to 37. Also, I want to advertise the Guru Lead Crusher, so I'm going to also add that to 37. So now you see that if I was to bring a banner to my blog, I would apply this URL to the banner, and as people click on that banner, they're going to go through different marketing tools. Now, perhaps this crossed your mind. This link is not very attractive, and if you've watched any of the other videos at Lead Capture Page Boss, you know that we really recommend getting your own personal domain name so you can brand yourself. There's a long-term vision involved here, and what we always recommend is that you buy your personal domain name, and then of course you're able to forward it and mask it if you'd like to one of your rotators, or better yet, you learn how to use one domain name with hosting and you set up a number of 301 redirects. We have another video on YouTube about setting up 301 redirects, and that link is in the description below. I hope this has helped you understand how to use the rotator better, and if you have any questions, go to our knowledge base at our ticket desk or submit a ticket. We'd be happy to help you.